Hello friends, Tom Downey here for Chat Sports. We know what the NFL Championship weekend looks like. And after some upsets early on in the NFL playoffs, things ended up going fairly chalky this time around. It's the number ones and the number two seeds. The Patriots, they are traveling to Arrowhead. They'll take on the Kansas City Chiefs. And the LA Rams, they'll travel to New Orleans to face the New Orleans Saints. So let's break down each of these games here. You see the times already on your screen. Evening for the AFC on CBS. I guess afternoon for the NFC and Rams-Saints. Let's start with that Rams-Saints matchup. We've seen this one before, correct? The Rams lost to the Saints in Week 9, 45-34. Rams coming off a win over the Cowboys. Saints, of course, have been very good at home this year. So here's how the Rams got there. They played just one game so far in the playoffs. They took down the Cowboys 30-22 behind an absolutely dominant ground game performance by both C.J. Anderson and by Todd Gurley. If the Rams want to beat the Saints, though, I think they'll need a better showing out of Jared Goff and the passing attack. The Saints, meanwhile, a little dicey early on, fell behind big, managed to come back and held on for a win. They take down the Eagles 20-14. Drew Brees had a good showing, and after a bit of a rough start, the Saints defense very much calmed down and got themselves settled as the Saints, they've been really good at home this year. They have 2 losses so far all season at home. In Week 1 against the Bucs and with the backups in Week 17. Going to the Superdome is not an easy task for any team out there. All right, so Saints and the Rams. Right now on BetDSI, it's a 3.5-point spread. The over-under set at 57, which makes sense. Both of these offenses are so dynamic to watch. I will make note here, by the way. The Saints actually opened at 3.5. It dropped to 3, and it's gone back up to 3.5 since then. Take a look at how these teams fare when the Rams are on offense, and no surprise, they have one of the most prolific passing attacks and entire offenses in all of the NFL. About 33 points a game, second best in the NFL this season. Don't turn the ball over all that much. Have a good ground game and a very good passing game, often built off of play action. The Saints defense will need to focus on that. The good news, the Saints have done a really good job about stopping opposing teams' ground games. Of course, the same was true of the Dallas Cowboys, and that really didn't end up mattering this weekend. Now, the Saints' passing defense has some issues, but they did do a good job against Nick Foles. Overall, their defense right about league average, 14 in terms of points per game allowed. Now, when the Saints are on offense, guess what? They're also really, really good. A great ground game led by Alvin Kamara and Mark Ingram. And Drew Brees has been, well, Drew Brees pretty much all season long. The Saints have the number 3 scoring offense in the NFL, and they very, very rarely turn the ball over. Just 3rd in terms of turnovers. The Rams, meanwhile, they force turnovers. So a good little matchup of strengths and weaknesses there because the Rams can force turnovers on defense. They don't often give them up. Overall, the Rams defense just 20th in points per game this year. We saw them do a great job of stopping Zeke Elliott. If the Rams defense can find a way to make the Saints offense one-dimensional, and of course the reverse is true for the Saints defense and the Rams offense, that's going to set them up very, very well. Common theme for me this year is quarterback play really, really matters in the NFL. Shocker, right? And there are 2 of the better ones going at it in this one. Drew Brees so far has continued to be Drew Brees. Almost 75% completion percentage, just under 4,000 yards, but a very, very good 8.2 yards per attempt. That's among the NFL's best. 36 touchdowns, more than Jared Goff. That doesn't include rushing, by the way, because all touchdowns count the same, right? Not many interceptions, only 5 this year. Did throw one early against the Philadelphia Eagles. Jared Goff, meanwhile, not quite as accurate, but more yards. Does have more turnovers, and that's going to be the key for the Rams. If Jared Goff makes mistakes, be it under pressure or just mental mistakes, the Saints defense, as we just saw against the Eagles, has what it takes to capitalize on them and make the Rams and Jared Goff pay for it. So who will win the NFC? Type S for the Saints, R for the Rams. I had made a prediction in the middle part of the year of it being Rams-Patriots. Patriots win, Brady and Belichick right off into the sunset. But I still don't fully believe that one. Give me the Saints in this matchup at home. Home field advantage matters. Drew Brees very, very rarely actually loses at home in the postseason, if ever. I like the Saints in this matchup, but I do think we are in for a fantastic matchup in the NFC Championship game. Let me know what you guys think in the comments section. All right, folks, today's show is brought to you by BetDSI. All the odds we've shown you for the NFC and AFC championship games, well, they're from BetDSI. Head over to chatsports.com/bet. Use promo code LIVE120 for a 120% deposit bonus. You put down $50, they're going to give you $60 for free. Put down $100, and they're going to give you $120. Put down $500, they'll give you $600 in extra betting money. It is the best deal out there. Chatsports.com/bet, and use that promo code LIVE120. All right, we mentioned the Rams at the Saints. That's your NFC championship game. Your other championship game is in the AFC, of course. It's the Patriots at the Kansas City Chiefs, and go figure, another game we've seen played earlier this season. In this case, the Patriots at home in Week 6 took down the Chiefs 43-40. Now, the Chiefs at home, they are a 3-point favorite. The over-under also set at 57. Patriots coming off of a win over the Chargers that was actually, I think, larger than it indicates. The Colts also coming off a win. Kansas City, they are 8-1 at home this year. Their only loss coming against the Los Angeles Chargers, who before their loss to the Patriots hadn't lost on the road all season long. So we mentioned the Chiefs beating the Colts 31-13. They completely shut down Marlon Mack. Their defense actually looked, and Andrew Luck too, the defense actually looked really, really good for Kansas City, a very positive sign there. Don't let the lack of TDs for Patrick Mahomes fool you. He was really good in this one. The Chiefs have a very, very dynamic offense. Of course, the Patriots, well, they're no slouch either, right? And we know the Patriots almost always end up playing in the AFC Championship game. 41-28, not even indicative of how big of a beatdown it was by New England. Sonny Michel was great. Tom Brady was great. The Chargers defense simply had no answer for the Patriots in that matchup. So again, the Chiefs are 3-point favorites in this one. The over-under also set at 57. Go figure on that one, right? Two really, really good offenses. The Chiefs, one of the best, and you can never discount the Patriots either. So when the Patriots are on offense, and go figure, right, folks? The 4 best offenses in the NFL, they're still alive in the postseason. Maybe offense does matter even more now. Maybe defense doesn't quite win championships like it used to. Patriots have been very balanced this year. Sonny Michel is healthy. He's been fantastic. And look, a common theme. These teams do a good job of not turning the ball over and also forcing turnovers. The Chiefs' defense has had issues. They have not been among the best, but they were much better against the Colts. It will be a tough matchup for Kansas City. Hopefully they can get Eric Berry back out there. They need him, even if just to cover Gronkowski, who is also not quite 100% these days. Patriots' offense remains really, really good. But the Chiefs' offense, guys, it's even better. 35 points a game. They torch you through the air. Even without Kareem Hunt, they've been really good on the ground. They don't turn the ball over that much. Patriots' defense, meanwhile, one of the best ones still alive. The yards have not been all that great, but they force turnovers and they don't allow touchdowns. That's the key for defenses this day. Find ways to just serve, to either force a turnover or don't let the team score a touchdown. If you can hold them to field goals, that's the big key there. Turnovers, of course, is the #1 thing for a defense these days. And maybe we have a changing of the guard at quarterback. Of course, we've heard that before around Tom Brady, but maybe things actually change this time. Both quarterbacks have been very, very, very good this year. Mahomes put up video game-like numbers, 52 total touchdowns, 5,000 passing yards, a ridiculous 8.8 yards per attempt. Pretty much every time he throws it, it's a first down, even in factoring in incompletion, which is just absolutely mind-boggling. 12 interceptions, but he's thrown it quite a bit this year, 66% completion percentage. He goes up against the GOAT at quarterback, Tom Brady, really about 66% as well. Not quite as many yards, not quite as good yards per attempt, but not many turnovers. He continues to be Tom Brady. And by the way, Brady heard all the, I'll say, somewhat negative comments about the Patriots this year. I think the Patriots have used that as motivation. First time in a long time, the Patriots have used the nobody believes in us mindset. Worked for the Patriots against the Chargers. We'll see if it works against the Chiefs. After all, they are the underdogs in this one. So who will win the AFC? Type C for the Chiefs and type P for the Patriots. I don't like it, because at some point I do get a little bit tired of it always being the Patriots, but until a team actually takes them down as of late, give me New England. So I'll go Saints, Patriots in the Super Bowl. Let me know, folks, who you got in the AFC and who you've got winning Super Bowl 53. I will go with the Saints for now. Part of me still holds out hope for a fun little historical Rams-Patriots, full circle type of game, but I'll go with the Saints right now. I would love to see Drew Brees get one more title. Let me know what you guys think in the comments section.